Any visitor to Galapagos is really struck by this barren lava that you see along the coastlines. There's nothing growing here. There's essentially no soil development. But eventually, with time, soil will begin to form just barely, very slowly, a little bit of organic matter, maybe an odd seed or two will drop here and there. So lava is the beginning. So it all starts with geology.
After the eruptions that created them, the islands waited in dark solitude. Hundreds of centuries went by. Winds and tides carved out strange topographies. While some life arrived from the start, colonization took place with unimaginable slowness. A few birds blown out to sea from South America, insects and small animals floating on clumps of land broken loose from the mainland, seeds of cactus and grasses carried on the wind or by birds. These drifters on the sea or air were the pioneers of the Galapagos. Marooned on these desert islands, they managed to sink roots and start colonies. And here, the Darwinian story begins. They started adapting, becoming different from their ancestors on the continent, different even from creatures of the same kind on neighboring islands. For many Galapagos species, adapting meant evolving darker colors than they brought from South America. The darker color allows the animals to use the lava background as camouflage against predators or as a way to fade from sight as they wait to ambush prey. The Galapagos lava lizards are hard to see against the dark background, as are most of the snakes in the Galapagos. A predator feeding on lizards and snakes is the Galapagos hawk, which itself blends into the dark island backgrounds. But then there are times when coloration is used not to avoid attention, but to seek it. In the mating season, the male land iguana, which is normally drab, changes into flashier colors to catch the eye of an iguana female.
This is a great time of year to look at land iguanas up close. The males are more colorful this time of year. They've got sort of bright yellows and oranges. But this time of year, they look really nice, even sort of purples and blues sometimes. So they're getting all pumped up for the mating season.
Comparable to iguanas as a Galapagos emblem are the giant tortoises for which the islands are named. Galapagos is Spanish for tortoises. The tortoises have evolved different shells, domed or saddleback, depending on available food, or more accurately, whether the food requires them to raise their necks to nibble on cactus or merely to browse at ground level. They've also adapted to a different role. Tortoises are reptiles, but in the Galapagos, they fill a niche normally occupied by mammals, simply because large mammals couldn't make the trip by wind or sea to the Galapagos.
As far as their